Hello my darlings, and welcome back to my channel and to another video. We have so much to talk about today. My head is gonna explode, but I hope yours will be fine. I have so many hits, yet so many misses. Like, I did some blind buying, I did some damage, and you know, the funny thing is that whatever was super inexpensive was a massive hit, and what I bought that was expensive, I feel so regretful towards it. But at least this is gonna save you some money, so let's jump straight into it. I have so many novelties, insane, just insane. Let me start with something that I just got sent, and I couldn't be more happy. Okay, first of all, I couldn't be more happy because this is a brand I recently started working with and exploring more. I've always been really into it, but now I have a full-on opportunity to test more for you. So here it is. The brand I'm talking about is Ormonde Jayne. And if you remember from my other videos, I rave about Sakura, I rave about Indus, and I also told you about Damask hair mist. Of course, it is a hair mist, and it's supposed to be, obviously, for your hair, because it has a lot of natural oils, it doesn't have alcohol, all that beautiful stuff in here. However, I loved it so much that I used it all over my body, and very honestly, I still do. Especially when I go to bed, I spray my whole body with it, and then on my pajamas I put on something new, and of course I wear it 2 bits every day. It is Damask, the Eau de Parfum. So now I have the hair mist and the actual perfume. So Damask, to me, is my current favorite rose-based fragrance. It's a fruitier rose. It's absolutely beautiful. It might remind you a lot of the infamous Delina. However, in my honest opinion, this one is done so much better. On me, it lasts way longer because, guys, I tell you all the time, as much as the Delina Exclusive lasts very well on me, I always get compliments, nothing to complain about. The original Delina doesn't last on me. I don't really smell it, I don't get compliments on it, I don't know what the hell is going on. But Damask has such a beautiful projection. It is, in my opinion, fruitier. It's just this beautiful, creamy, not jammy, not really jammy. It's a fruity, musky rose, very sweet with a lot of depth, but you have a lot of that like summer touch, flirty touch, a little bit fizzy. So insanely gorgeous, And you know what? I want to explore as much as I can from Ormonde, because whatever I touch lasts forever. And this is like the main thing for me on this channel, to show you the fragrances, no matter the price really. If it's cheap and it lasts, that's great. If it's expensive, it lasts even better, because you get your money so worth. And with Ormonde Jayne, they always last, no matter how freshy they are, no matter how light and airy they are, they still last on you. So I really like it that there's like full-on beautiful quality here. And to me, Damask is so gorgeous. I'm actually flying to Egypt next week for scuba diving, and I'm definitely taking it because I love it. I think I'm gonna take the hair mist as well, to wear it in the sun on the beach, you know, to not put too much alcohol on me. Yeah, just amazing. If you love rose, if you love fragrances like Delina, you will love it. Trust me, you will love it. You have to try it. To me, it's so much better, not only price-wise, but longevity-wise and performance-wise overall. So this to me is a hit. Next one and last one that I have from Ormonde Jayne this time is something that I've been searching and searching, but it's completely out of stock through and through. Wherever I went on Polish websites, I couldn't find it, but thankfully I have it now, and that is Levant. So many people say it is very similar to another super hyped up fragrance, and that is called Fleur Narcotique from Ex Nihilo. And again, in here, the performance, the longevity, the projection is just so much better. And the scent is a little bit, yeah, in that vibe, that musky, fruity vibe. To me, Levant has so much more depth comparing to Fleur Narcotique. It is so much more long lasting, and again, it has way better price. So guys, like, don't walk, run. These two, I feel like, Damask and Levant, if you have quite similar taste to mine, I think these are very much safe blind buys. I love them so dang much. This is not a like, this is not a love. On both of these, this is obsession. I love Sakura as well, that I have in my collection. With Indus is a very strong like, but these ones are like love to bits. Like, I want to shower in them every day. I have to stop myself because I've already used quite a bit on both of them, and I cannot let that happen, that these bottles get empty soon. So yeah, I love them. Damask and Levant, phenomenal fragrances. And of course, if you guys don't know, with Ormonde Jayne, you can actually not only engrave your bottle, see, there's Paulina here. As far as I know, in their boutiques, you can even pick the colors of the bottles. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the offering that they have at their flagship store for sure. So Levant, you gotta have it. You gotta have it. It's, to me, yeah, it's perfect for spring and summer, but I think it's a good all year round fragrance. Okay, that's for Ormonde Jayne. Then I have, it was just shipped to me as well from Navitus. And this is a first collaboration of Karina. She's a gorgeous influencer. She is Spanish speaking influencer. So I'm sure you guys heard of her and know of her, and especially all of you guys who speak Spanish, I'm sure you know her. And she created a fragrance with Navitus and Baton de Chauffeur, and it is called Miel Extase, of course the honey ecstasy. And let me tell you, this is a honey bomb. And of course, the note structure, as pretty much all Navitus fragrances, is quite complex. And Bertrand de Chauffeur is very well known for his sweet yet boozy unisex fragrances. And this one is no exception. And I must say that if you ever loved Scandale from Jean Paul Gaultier, this is a class up when it comes to that scent profile, okay? This is a shelf up from that. This is so well blended. This is so well made. If you are into slightly gooey honey perfumes, but the ones that are not too cloying, you will be in heaven. It's really pretty, really, really pretty. It's so sweet. It's filled with honey and apricots. You definitely do get a lot of apricot here, and I'm not too sure from memory, but I think there's a little bit of chocolate here as well. So it's a gourmand bomb, but to all my honey lovers. If you hate honey, of course it is not going to be for you, but if you love honey, the one that is going to be beautiful for transitioning to autumn and winter, then you absolutely have to grab it. Of course, this is a brand new release from Navitus, so you can definitely get a lot of money off at the moment with this, so I highly recommend it. And I'm sure they have a similar promotion to what I always have with Navitus. So if you are looking to buy a little bit more from Navitus than just this, then I highly recommend getting Venom of Love, which is now back in stock with a new packaging. Let me show you. I need to dive under my desk. There you are. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so Venom of Love is back in stock now, better than ever, stronger than ever. Of course, if you guys do not know, I created this with Sidonie Lançosa. So this is the card of the packaging, and the packaging is now changed to metal plaque, which is gonna stay with you forever. It's so much more luxurious looking and exclusive. I'm super happy that this idea of mine, because I honestly really wanted Venom of Love to have this metal plaque, and I'm so happy that Navitus implemented it throughout the whole collection. So yeah, now it's redone, and I highly recommend getting this if you want to spend way less money than you normally would on Navitus fragrances. You can now get, for example, Miel, Extase and Venom of Love, and you will have like 30% off them, I think. So it's a great deal. Highly recommend. Both of them are perfect for upcoming autumn winter season. So yeah, but this one, I would say that this is like, all in all, the perfect alternative, way better done than Scandale from Jean Paul Gaultier. It's so much less cloying, yet it's still very strong. It's just way more sophisticated, I would say. Scandale is very loud, very honey, but very loud. And this one is just more classy. You know what I mean? I hope so. So I really love it. It's Paulina approved for sure. Gorgeous new release. So congrats to Karina. She did a great job. Okay, next. I think I'm gonna save the worst for last. What do you think? Let's roll with that good energy here, right? Let's go ahead with it. So now I'm gonna show you something extra cheap and like the best find ever. The best find ever. And this was actually recommended to me by a gorgeous Polish sister here on YouTube, and she's a subscriber of mine, and she wrote in some of the comments that I absolutely have to try it. So I did, and I paid around 20 bucks, something like that. And I couldn't be more happier. Like, this is the best of the best of the best. And I'm talking about a dupe, but like one-to-one perfect dupe for Oud Satin Oud, my favorite scent from Francis Kurjan. Oud Satin Oud, if you guys don't know, is like my top of the top oud fragrance. Way better than Oud Bouquet. Like, it is just my baby, okay? This is like the best for me. And I love it so much. And for the longest time, I couldn't find a proper alternative to it. There is one from Perfume Oil Expressions in an oil form, but you know, oils don't always do it for me. I want to be able to spray, because I spray my clothes, my hair. How am I gonna put oil on my sweaters? You know what I mean? So I was struggling, but I finally have it for you. And I know it's a little bit like, there are opinions about dupes, right? But I feel like either if you have the original and you just want to have something to just spray for every day and not use up your precious OG, or you are just simply and naturally on a budget but you want to smell amazing, then why not go for it, right? So the dupe of all dupes is from Maison Alhambra, is it? Yes. And this is called Baroque Satin Oud. And even the packaging is almost identical to Maison Francis. The bottle is different though. The bottle looks like this. Isn't it pretty? I'm glad that they didn't make like one-to-one copy, because you know, it's very popular with Arabian, Middle Eastern brands. What am I saying? Middle Eastern brands to copy one-to-one, but they at least had quite a lot of creativity behind this bottle, and it's actually very beautiful. So Baroque Satin Oud is, there's nothing much to say other than it's identical. It's truly identical. It lasts the same. It performs the same. It's just as amazing. It has that same vanilla, rosy, violety that makes it a little bit powdery undertone. It's just phenomenal. I'm not gonna spray them because they're very strong and I have a lot of fragrances to go through with you. But like, if you are on a budget, this is my second Maison Alhambra fragrance that is like 1-to-1 dupe, like amazing. The other one is Infinity Rose, and it is a dupe for Atomic Rose by Initio. I told you about it already. And Baroque Satin Oud is the perfect dupe for Oud Satin Mood. So you absolutely have to check it out if you love the original. Okay, the next fragrance I have is from Rania J, and it is called Musc Moschus or Moschus. I think it's Moschus. This is the brand. These fragrances are made in France, and it is a very niche brand, okay? And their fragrances are packaged like this, and it is a sponge. So I would say it's actually quite eco-friendly, I guess. And this is the scented side. So the bottles are super small and cute, but it is actually a 50 ml bottle. So super travel friendly. And this fragrance is beautiful. It's like a musky floral scent. It is sweet. It is quite mature in my opinion. It has a slight, but really slight, like nocturnal touch. But it's really beautiful. I really like it. Again, I really like the bottles. It's very simple packaging, but for me it works. If you like florals, if you like sweet florals, I think this is one of the more easy purchase from this brand, because in general I suppose that their fragrances are quite interesting, so to speak, but this one is quite easy to pull off, very long lasting. This fragrance, I wore it for the whole day yesterday, and I showered and I could still totally smell it on my skin. So it's very long lasting, and it sticks well to your skin as well. So in general, this is supposed to be, according to Fragrantica, a musky vanillic fragrance. However, I actually do get quite a bit of florals in here. Of course, you get a lot of vanilla, you get a lot of musk. There is blackcurrant and iris and sandalwood. But for me, to my nose, it's actually like the dominance of florals is here to my nose, okay? So it's not as powdery for me as other people describe it. To me, it's more like a irisy blackcurrant, floral, musky vanilla. That's what it is. I don't get a lot of powderiness from it. Let me actually see what people compare it to. I'm very curious because I'm pretty sure I'm going to disagree. Yeah, actually a lot of people vote that this fragrance is eternal when it comes to lasting power, and I totally agree. Okay, people compare it to Musk Therapy from Initio. And from the note structure is quite similar, but to me those fragrances are not the same at all. Like, at all. No. Like, maybe like whiff, but no. I think if you have Musk Therapy, you can totally have this and it's not going to be redundant. They're not the same at all. They're not even similar to me. You know, other people might have different opinions, obviously, but to me, they're not similar. Like, this one is way deeper. This one is way more floral. Mask Therapy is to me cleaner and more fruity, and this one is way deeper and more floral. But they're both amazing. You know, I'm starting to read it off Mask Therapy, even though I said many times it's not worth its price, but I really like the scent. And this one I also love, so that would be your like very nocturnal night out version, and for the daytime you have Mask Therapy. In this way I would say, yeah, they very much complement each other, but they're not dupes, they're not that similar at all. With the brand I have a discount code, so it's a new one that was just created, so you can use it and abuse it, and I highly recommend this one. I also have free travel sprays from the brand, and I'm really excited about them because they're quite big. Look at that. So I have Cuir Andalou, I have Ambre Loup, and I also have, this is gonna be hard, Shah'ryar. I think that's how you say it, I don't know. I hope I didn't butcher it. Shah'ryar. I hope that's how you actually should read it. But these are even deeper, okay? Mask Moschus was like a baby comparing to these. So let's start with Cuir Andalou. So this one is very leathery based. It is also, to me, very woody. Think of like very dry, almost burnt wood. It, to me, definitely leans masculine. So I don't think I'm gonna pull it off as well as, let's say, my boyfriend would. I think this definitely leans masculine. So personally, I might actually skip on that, but we'll see, we'll see. I'm gonna test it more. I mean, the quality is an amazing one, but you know, to me it's just too masculine. Then we have Ambre Loup, and I don't know if you guys can see, but the juice is like, it looks like amber, liquid amber, incredible. So this one is of course amber based, and the juice speaks for itself. This actually is not my fave, to be very honest. I do have to test it more, but I keep spraying it from time to time, and all I can smell is that cheese that is very popular in Poland, in the mountains. It's like this white cheese made by the mountaineers, and I mean traditionally, and it is like wood burnt a little bit, and it is based on sheep's milk, lamb's milk. So that's what I smell, unfortunately. It might change, but these two are really not like my, you know, wows. Whereas Musk is definitely a wow for me. Now, the last one I have is Shah'ryar, and this one is actually very oriental, like straight up oriental fragrance. The cup flew somewhere, so let's skip that. This is definitely the favorite out of those free travel sprays. It reminds me a little bit of Ambre Kajar from On We Nomade, but it's still very, very deep. I don't know if I will be able to pull off a lot of Rania's fragrances. I hope I will be, because I love the whole brand concept and all that jazz. But for now, Musk is the one that I could recommend you straight away, 100%. With the rest, I think definitely try it before you buy. This one is safe enough, but the rest I would really consider testing a lot. Okay, now guys, we have to move on to 3 fragrances that are absolute flops for me. And they are all brand new releases from the designer world. And the first one is the least bad, so to speak, and it is Gaultier Divine. So I only have a sample, but you know, at least I was able to wear it a little bit at home. So this is a combination of lily, meringue, and salt. So it's not bad, okay? Comparing to other scents that I had very high hopes for, this one is the best. This one is good enough that I might actually buy it, okay? It's super expensive at the moment, so like I'm not that crazy, but it really reminds me of Olympia. Really reminds me of Olympia. This one is just fresher and a little bit more floral dominant, fresh floral dominant, whereas Olympia is more on that vanillic side. This one is very vanillic too, but it is just more radiant, okay? This one is just more radiant, not as cozy. This is actually great for vacation, for summer holiday, but I also totally see myself wearing this throughout autumn, winter. It definitely does have that very particular, typical to Gaultier accord, that it's not really an accord, it's just their brand's touch. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but if you smell a lot of Gaultier fragrances, especially the ones from the past, you will definitely get what I mean. Like, it's the same thing that it was in those 2 little sticking together ones. Very old fragrance, I don't know if you remember. And the Classique. But I like it. It's pretty much a Gaultier version of Olympia from Paco Rabanne. Simple as that. It's floral, but not too floral. It's salty, but not too salty. It's fresher and beautifully vanillic as well. So it's not bad at all, but in my opinion is way too expensive. When I saw the prices, I was like, what are you even thinking? What are you even thinking? Like, I'm blown away. I'm just blown away with the pricing of those designer fragrances these days, you know? Yeah, I even bought a full bottle of a massive flop, but I'm gonna get to it later because I have another flop that I want to touch on first. So this is from Jimmy Choo, and this is their Jimmy Choo Rose Passion Flanker. I really thought I would love it, okay? When you read the notes, you will think that this is gonna be the best new thing on the block. It looks like this. It's really pretty, like, you know, typical Jimmy Choo packaging, but it's pink. I really love how it looks, I really do, but oh, the fragrance, guys. It's so sad. It's so dusty. It's so dusty. So dusty. If you know how dusty Tom Ford Orchid Soleil could be, this is it. This is basically a dupe for Orchid Soleil from Tom Ford, just a little bit more fresh. But it's so dusty. Like, why? I mean, thumbs up for the fact that this is, considering designer, unique, yeah? But I thought this would be tropical heaven, okay? I thought this would be tropical absolute heaven. I sniffed it once at Sephora, but you know how it is at Sephora. You sniff so many fragrances at once. I I thought this was my new true love, and months later I purchased it. Such a shame. Such a shame. I'm still going to work with it a little bit more before I decide to declutter and, you know, sell it basically. Because it's way too late to take it back. But I think this is gonna be a flop altogether. I'm not too happy. Like, I would much rather have Divine from Gaultier on my hands now, not this. So the price might be tempting on some websites, but I don't really encourage you to get it because you might be very disappointed. So that is that, and now we're moving on to the last one, but I need a sip of that because I'll be talking a lot. Okay, are you ready for the biggest flop of this year? Truly. I feel like I didn't get anything that's worse than this. It's a blind buy. Because it's just undoable to get a sample from anywhere because it's a new release and it's not that widely available. Also, not many people talk about it at all, and I now know why. So I got Good Fortune Elixir Intense from Viktor and Rolf. And people were trashing the original. I had a sample of that and I actually liked it. But I thought since so many of you hate it, there is really no point for me to get it. Because, you know, I want to have and show you what you might love. You know what I'm saying? So I skipped on that. And at first when I saw this release, I was like, oh my god, this is the best. I'm so happy I waited out that original version. And now we have the first flanker. It's gonna be amazing. I looked at the note structure and I was like, oh my gosh, this is giving me alien vibes. I was just like in the clouds, okay, when I saw this. I thought that this is going to be the best alternative to Alien the original or Alien Essence Absolue, you know, something like that, or something in between. My oh my, was I wrong. Let's go through the packaging first. I actually really like it. It's way better than the original Good Fortune was, because I really hated the fact that Good Fortune had black writing and it really didn't match the whole vibe. Now it's gold. It's so much better. You have that beautiful dingly ding for Viktor and Rolf, and of course it's all a crystal ball with an amethyst. Amethyst is my birthstone and crystal ball is basically my mind. So I thought this is right up my alley. The notes sound amazing. You have a lot of vanilla. You do not have that fennel that many people hated in the original. You do have a lot of jasmine and Palo Santo, smoke, incense, vanilla. So just everything sounds me. It sounds me, okay? And then I tested it. I don't know what to tell you. I just don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna spray it on myself once again for the last time. But this to me smells like toilet, and not mine, okay? Public one. The jasmine here is so indolic. I don't think it's gonna be bearable to many people. I really don't. I'm thinking if maybe I'm going to keep it for a while and test more, let it macerate. You know, it's the first time it saw the world, right? It needs to sit, but I'm very worried that it's only gonna get worse. I don't know, guys. I mean, you definitely get smoke and you definitely get strong jasmine here, but that jasmine is so indolic that when it combines with that smoke and that Palo Santo wood that can be slightly citrusy, it smells like a public restroom. It has moments that it's nice, but then I sniff it more and it's unbearable. So guys, be very careful with this one. Very, very careful. And you know what the worst thing is? That I don't think people even tell you the truth. Because I saw one person post a video about this, comparing the original to this. And she said that this is very close to Alien Essence Absolue. And in what world? Like, in what world is it similar? I'm very disappointed in misinformation. Of course, you know, it's my fault that I bought it. I'm not blaming anyone, don't get me wrong. But why would you say something like that, you know? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why? I don't know, guys. This is such a flop for me. I'm just simply disappointed. And I'm just trying to make myself feel better, but it's not working clearly. But yeah, it's very expensive, way too expensive. And to me, it is not sweet. I really was hoping for something very sweet and vanillic, just like Alien Essence Absolue, right? But it's definitely not. So these two fragrances are such massive flops for me that I cannot even think about it anymore. I just want to put them aside and forget, because I spent so much money on both of them. Like, this is what? I don't know, but a lot. And very, very disappointed. However, with Divine, I actually think it's good. Just don't buy it with the price that they offer now, because to me, the price, it's what makes it ridiculous to purchase. Because the scent is very nice, but I hate the price of it. Now, again, this is also very expensive and I would definitely not buy it. And this one is not expensive, but I don't think it's good of a fragrance. I might give it still some time, because I feel like it's I'm able to make it work way more than this. So keep it please in mind when you do your shopping, especially the blind buys, because I highly do not recommend these. However, if you want something super blind buy safe, then get Damask and Levant. And of course, do not forget that the baby, the cherry chocolate baby of the Middle East, Venom of Love, is back in stock with the new packaging. So if you want to try Karina's first creation, Miel Extase, you can totally purchase it with Venom, or of course Kind Intentions, the new release of mine. You guys know they're amazing. So now you can get quite a bit of money off with your purchase at Navitus website. So definitely do consider this. I love you guys. This is it. I know I talked a lot, but I just had a lot of fragrances today. So I'm sorry that the video is very long, but I hope you can still appreciate that fact, that I'm trying to give you as much as I can and give you the most thorough review possible. So that's it. Again, this video consists of the biggest flop of the year for me, and I think the best one as well, because the Alhambra Baroque Rouge is something I've been looking for years now. So yeah, everything is going to be linked below. If I have a discount code, it's also going to be linked below right by the fragrance name. So check it all out. It's all nice and you know, nicely made down there. I make sure that everything is clear to read. So go ahead to the description box if you're interested in any fragrance from here, and see you in my next one. Bye.